Not too long ago, I bought myself a full set of microphone. This is the condenser microphone, and well, I got quite a lot of things: the arm, pop filters, phantom power, microphone itself, and the microphone arm. So how does it all fare out? Let's find out right here. So firstly, a very quick unboxing. I got everything from Taobao. Of course, the Chinese eBay. Everyone got everything there, so why not me? The reason why I got it from Taobao is because for some reason a lot of people are recommending the BM800, which is more or less the entry level condenser microphone, which is very low price. So I just went for it, and actually I bought a lot of extras. Firstly, the microphone itself that I've unboxed, and then there are two pop filters. I'm not sure why I got two, but I just bought two. This is the phantom power, which I actually had to replace eventually because this phantom power was faulty, and for some reason I bought another power brick. I think, yeah, this is the power brick. I got two of them because the first one I thought was a bit wonky in terms of the amperage, so yeah, no avail. Eventually I just ended up with two power bricks. Both of them are useless, and the phantom power that I first bought was useless too. So I got a refund from EasyBuy, which is the client that I go through, and they actually happily refunded my purchase. So I'm happy with that, so I repurchased eventually. I got the second phantom power and it works. So that is the microphone stand, which is humongous. So I would recommend you to check out everything first before you buy. Again, links down in the description if you need it. I will try to provide everything. This is a bit of an old project of mine, and I've been using the microphone for quite a long time. So unboxing the microphone, you can see there are quite a lot of accessories. There is the that little small piece there is very important. Do not lose it, as you will need it to connect to the boom arm itself. And there is the shock mount, the microphone itself. I got this from Neewer, so as far as I know, the one from Neewer has a bit of a better quality than the generic BM800. I'm not too sure how true is that. I've actually watched that video from Podcastage, I think. That guy reviewed a lot of microphones, so I highly recommend checking his channel out. And this is the microphone arm itself. So I got a bit I'm not sure how to describe myself, a bit stupid I think at the time. I got the biggest size microphone arm itself. So it's about 50 cm from the base to that joint in the middle, another 50 cm from that joint to the tip of the microphone arm itself. So total length is 1 meter. This thing is really long, and I am not sure why did I buy this. It is obviously just way too big for my table actually, and my table is already kinda huge. So makes me wonder, who is this microphone really for? I mean, the microphone arm. So as you can see right here, I took the small piece, screw it in. This is very important as it will convert the screw size to that shock mount itself. So I did a quick screw right here, got a bit of a trouble, so let me screw it properly first. Yeah, there, I got it. So opening up the shock mount, this shock mount is very important, as any sort of desk movement or keyboard tapping, it will affect the microphone itself. It will get picked up. That is one of the many wonders of condenser microphone, which is why a lot of people don't really recommend desk mounted microphones, because if you press on the keyboard a bit harder, you can actually get some noise from that. So a shock mount will eliminate all of that. So that's why I just went for it and got the microphone arm itself. And of course the other thing is the microphone itself. So as you can see right there, it's kind of like a clamping force type of holder thing from the boom, from the shock absorber itself. So just open the clamp, put in the microphone, put in the windsock, and that's it, you're done. The windsock is a bit crushed from the box itself. Don't worry, if you leave it out in the open, it will eventually just return it back to the original shape and size. I just got a bit hasty and stuff it all into the microphone itself, and it works. The reason why I just used the windsock is because I want to protect the metal on the microphone itself from my saliva, as my saliva will eventually just corrode the microphone itself. So plug in the XLR cable to my microphone right here. I got this stand a little bit special, as I requested for the cable to be pre-installed in the stand itself, so it will look a lot cleaner and there will be no cables showing outside except for the bending part in the middle of the microphone stand, which is very minimal and still very clean. And what I'm holding right there is the base clamp of the microphone stand itself. And this is the second power supply that I've mentioned. It's not actually a power supply, just a power source. What I realized is there are no definite amperage on what it gives out. As you can see, I'm unboxing the original Phantom Power. All of the Phantom Power here takes 12 volts in and some amount of amperage, and then it will transform it to 48 volts Phantom Power. I'm not too sure why I bought two power supplies at a time. Just don't repeat the mistake that I did. I'll leave you a link down below where I bought the final power brick that works and it did not have any defects. It will work for Malaysian plugs, which is the 220 to 240 volts 60 Hz plugs. It obviously works, right? I'm actually recording this voiceover using this microphone with this exact setup. So I'm just showing a quick demo right here, screwing the base onto this shelf. Of course, it will get a bit fumbly at first, but well, eventually you get on with it. It's, well, just a piece of furniture, I suppose. Once I installed mine, I never really moved it at all. But my table is a bit too thick, and I will show you what I did to work around this little issue. So once the base is clamped, I can put in the microphone arm itself. Again, there is another screw to secure everything together. This whole thing is pretty much held by many locking screws from the base itself, and then the base has two screws, and then way at the end, at the tip of the microphone itself, you have one swiveling up and down, and then you have another swiveling screw for the shock absorber itself. So you have a lot of flexibility on how you want the microphone to be positioned at. So right here, you plug in the XLR cable on the Phantom Power. Just make sure that you are plugging in the correct ports and you will be done. Oh yeah, this is a bit special. The XLR cable that is included with the microphone itself is actually an XLR to 3.5mm headphone jack. So what I did here is plugging in the output of the Phantom Power with that cable. So it will be Phantom Power going out to a 3.5mm headphone jack into the microphone port on my desktop. So with the finished assembly, this is how it looks like. Of course, the arm is a bit too long, and I just reach onto that arm itself, pull it in, and it works very nicely actually. As you can see here, this is the locking mechanism that I've been talking about. So that is the first screw that you can do some swiveling, whatever positioning you want, and it's actually holding very well. I like this whole setup a lot, very flexible, and I screw in the pop filter on the microphone stand itself and it works very well. As you can see right here, this is a very simple pop filter. I got the double layer pop filter, as I've seen some reviews saying that having two layers is better than one, so I just went with it and bought it. So in conclusion, I had to remove this little washer thing with the I would say some kind of pressure spreader thing. I had to remove it because it just tampered with my whole table's thickness, but I compensated it with some paper, just stuffing it in there to prevent scratches on my table. And the microphone actually looks pretty well, and this whole voiceover is recorded using this microphone itself. Of course, it's not perfect, but it's really inexpensive. I got the whole thing for less than 230 ringgit, I suppose. I'm not quite sure, but of course I will leave everything that I bought down in the description below. Prices might change, and well, overall I'm really satisfied. I've been using it for about 5 months right now, and yeah, this is good. Do like this video if you like it, and subscribe, and I will bring you more of such video in the future if I ever buy any of this gear again. So thanks for watching everyone, and eat some nasi lemak. Thank you.